everyone, it's me again, Fanstitchtic or SJ. So unfortunately I didn't get around to doing another video yesterday when I was going to, I went to Tesco's as I said I was going to, which wasn't that a pleasant experience, as you can imagine at the moment. We had to queue to get in and I wore a mask and it just wasn't nice, and I haven't really gone out and experienced the world at the moment with COVID-19 because we've been getting home deliveries with my stepfather being at high risk, but we were getting on low, so I had to go out. If you watched my other video, you know that backstory. But as I said, it wasn't very nice, but I got some treats for myself because at the end of the month it's my birthday. I'm going to be 33, and so I bought myself some donuts and a new dress and just tried to pick myself up a bit. But when I got back home from Tesco's, I went to do some stitching and came down with one of I can't even talk now, one of my migraines that I get. So I didn't actually stitch much yesterday at all, and yeah, I kind of got into bed and tried to rest it off basically, and then I got up again later to have dinner, and then I joined in with Jay's virtual quiz on YouTube, and that was fun with the family. Did a little bit of stitching in the evening after the quiz, and then went to bed around about 11:30, and now it's like 9 o'clock this morning, and so I thought I'd do a quick video, not about my stash at the moment, because I realised that today is the 15th of May, so that means it's the second week of StitchMaynia. And now I do my StitchMaynia a little bit differently, because I don't know how I'd be able to cope with doing a new start every day and having at the end of it like 31 unfinished projects. My mind would not be able to cope with that. So I concentrate on my work in progresses and plan to get like a lot of, I set myself goals every week, and then obviously the monthly goal, I don't ever plan probably not to get my whips finished in that, in this month of May, but I can get quite a good chunk done, which is great, because as soon as one whip is finished, then I can actually buy or start a new pattern, a new big pattern, because I quite like my big patterns, my full coverages. I don't often do little patterns in hoops and whatever. Yeah, I've gone for my biggies, so they take me a while to do, and I can't have them lying around waiting years to get finished. So I do StitchMaynia as working on my whips every day, and having manic mania goals, like big goals that are impossible, but I get them done, hopefully, mostly, unless I'm ill like I was yesterday when I don't get anything done, but it is what it is. So I've been working on three main pieces. I'm just going to get my notes out, my project notes, just so I make sure that I get them all, because my mind's still in a bit of a fuzz, so I might forget them. So I'm going to work through my project notes. The first thing I've been working on in StitchMaynia, and while on lockdown, I actually restarted it, picked up again during lockdown. So I've done loads actually, I think. Anyway, it is my Thomas Kinkade piece. I'm just going to take that off there to show you the full bit. So I started this actually, like I said, in lockdown, and I had just this first column here done. And so since lockdown, I've done all of this, which I think we're in week 8 now. So yeah, and like, as some of you might know, that the Thomas Kinkade pieces are full. They're a confetti fest. That's the politest way to put it. I can't put the thing back on now. They're a confetti fest. But this is the Thomas Kinkade Little Mermaid piece that I've been doing, and it's absolutely full of cat hairs because my cats like to attack things. And it's stitched with the threads that they had in the pack and the Ada that they had in the pack, and I've glued it up with soluble pen, and I hope it comes off. It has been on there for a bit of time, and I don't like to have them on there for that long because I've heard that some pens after a long time don't come off. So I'm hoping it comes off. But anyway, this has been like one of my favourites to stitch because I like to see its progress. And the colours are amazing, but it is a pain, an absolute pain to stitch with. As if you've watched some of my videos or looked at my Instagram, you'll know I'm constantly cursing this, and it's a confetti fest, and it's pearl thread that you have to stitch into it. But I'm nearly at the end of the pearl thread, and but I'm getting closer to the confetti fest and the French knot hell over here that's going to happen. But I want it done so it can go in my bathroom, so that's why I'm concentrating on it at the moment. But I definitely won't be doing another one of Thomas Kinkade's again. One, because I don't think you can get them anymore, like, easily. Two, they're hell. Like, they're fun, but they're hell. And three, I was looking on eBay out of interest to see what they were going for. They were going, one kit went for £350. £350! No, I don't have that kind of money. I spend my money on cross stitching as it is. I don't have that kind of money to spend on one piece. So oh yeah, that's what I was supposed to be doing. Telling you what I've done this week. I told you my brain was in a fog. Anyway, so this week I haven't added much to the Thomas Kinkade piece. I have added these archways and this tower here, so I've probably done 2 columns worth, 1.5, because that column's not finished. So yeah, 1.5 column, which isn't anywhere near I was aiming to get at least 4 columns done a week on this piece. But as I said yesterday, I missed out. As I said today, I missed out on yesterday because of not feeling great. So yeah, I'm a day out. But hey ho. The next piece, I don't know if it's going to be that piece because I'm going by my little information over here. It's not. But this way I make sure I get everything, because I know what I'm like. I'll forget things. Right, the next piece that I've been concentrating on is my DMC Sampler that I've been doing. There we go, I've only got a little bit in. Every single colour, not every single colour, every colour under the 1000s are going to be on here. Because if I had every colour it'd be ridiculously long. It's already ridiculously long. So, and it's already taken me years to make. I started this in 2018. I started this. And I still ain't got anywhere near as complete as I want to. But the information about this idea is in a video, so you can watch that if you want to. But I have added some of the colours on the top row from the new set, the new batch from 1 to 35. I need to number them up, but you can see that they're greys and browns, and they're beautiful. And hopefully, you know, next time we check in, I'll have more than that done. Again, I was hoping to get at least 3 colours done a day. Again, that's not happened. I have done 7 in a week, so I've done 1 a day in a way. But you know, this is going to be a project that is a continual project for many years to come. And by that time, DMC will probably bring out new colours. But, you know, it will be what it will be. And I think once it's finished, it'll be pretty cool. I just kind of wish I did smaller motifs for each colour, then it would get done quicker. At the moment, each motif is like 3 strands of the floss, but it takes about probably half an hour to do each motif, so not actually that long. It's just it's quite monotonous of doing the same design over and over again but in different colours. But I'll get there. I'll get there. And this is just done on some blush Ada 18 count that I had. So, and again it's gridded up a little bit to start me off, but that'll come out hopefully, as I said before. So only a few done on that one this week, unfortunately. And then I have my Letters to Hogwarts sale. Now I did a whole video about this. That's not it. So I'm not going to go into much detail about this. I'm literally just going to show you it and then put it away again. But I have completed chapter 3 in this week. So this is the Letters to Hogwarts sale, which I have a whole Letters from Hogwarts sale. I have a whole video about, but I did chapter 3, which is Buckbeak there. So I'm going to put that away again, because if you're interested in that, you can watch the video, and if you're not interested in that, I'm not boring you again. So yeah, that can go away. Hello, Luna. Luna has just jumped up on my chair that I've got over to the side here. Unfortunately, she still had the cone on because we took it off because it was starting to heal. Took it off to give her so she could eat, because we take it off so she can eat. And she went for it and scratched it open again. So unfortunately, she's back in the cone. She's not happy, but hopefully it's going to be another 2 days, and then we can take it off of her for good, and then she'll be happier. But yeah, she's got a lot more manithery, if you know what that word means, since having the cone on, and she's lovely because she's been more cuddly. But I do feel for her. I feel for her. Bless her. But anyway, back on with the Stitchathon. Next is my Disney Afghan. So I explained in my other video about my Afghan blanket that I'm doing at the moment. It's a baby Afghan, so it's not as big as a normal humongous Afghan. It's got 28 of these squares going along, and the original idea was to fill every square with a Disney movie. But thinking about it while I've been stitching this one, I think it's going to be too much. It's going to be too cluttered. So my idea now is to do one in every other square. That way it'll look a little bit nicer and not so cluttered, I think. So I'm going to do that to start off with, have a look at it, and then decide later on if I'm going to add one to every square or whether just keep it as every other square. But I think I'm probably going to keep it as just the 14 stitched in. So I've had to go back to my plans and take away 14 movies and concentrate on just 14 that I really like. And I've put them all into this app that spins round and chooses for you. And this is the first one it chose, and then we'll see what next one it chooses when I finish this one. But I've had some guesses come through on DM on Instagram about what movie this is. I think 1 or 2 of you are correct, so well done. And it's starting to come along. I've added in more blue this week up here, and I've tried to finish the bottom page, but I ran out of some threads and I didn't have them. But yesterday, I can see it to the side of me just going, hello, I'm here. Yesterday, after I came back from Tesco's, I had a lovely little surprise in the post of threads from Lakeside Needlecraft, which are the threads I need to finish this. So that is exciting. I can finish the bottom page today, and that is my goal for this week. I know, baby, I'm sorry you've got the hood on, the cone on. She's meowing at me. I know. Sorry. And then I'm going to stitch in some more blue today as well, because it's there's like 5 or 6 different gradients of blue over here. I think it's going to look really nice once it's finished. So yeah, that's what I've been concentrating on this week for that one. And then I've got 2 more. Now this one, I wasn't planning on doing. I was planning on concentrating on those 4 whips and nothing else. And I don't think I've ever had anything more than 4 whips. Until now. So I saw something and I wanted to join in. I follow a designer called Steotch. And I've always wanted to join in with her Steotchalones. But haven't. Because I've had other plans or I'm doing a big piece and I'm like, oh, I want to get this finished, so I haven't joined in. But I've watched with avid wanting. But I'm finally going to do a Steotch. And this is called a Steotchalone because we're doing it on our own in quarantine time. But as with all Stitch-alongs, you join in with a group or a team. And I am part of Team Queuing Politely 2 meters apart, or 2 meters apart queuing politely, something like that. It's a UK team and I think it's amazing, and we are doing a piece with gradient colours, so you choose 6 colours that start from light all the way to dark, and I love yellow and I love things that pop and things that go well together but look strange together. So I've gone for Black Ada with yellows and I love it. This is week 1, so I think there's 7 weeks. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's 7 weeks of this, and this is week 1 that dropped on Friday at midnight. I think it was Friday at midnight. I think it was after I did that video. Anyway, and at the moment there is 2 of the colours, but you blend. So I think there's 4 symbols, 2 blends, 2 colours going on here. And yeah, I think it's absolutely beautiful so far. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can have little guesses again. But week 2 is dropping tomorrow, Saturday. So that's going to be fun. And I've suggested that on the group, on the team, that we join together on Zoom, have a little chat and do our stitching on Sunday after the patterns dropped. So hopefully some of you will join me that are doing the Steotchalone. So yeah, I started that this week. That is all in this week, and that's all I can do in this week because that's all that's been dropped. That's all I know about. So yeah, it's just on normal Black Ada. It's 18 count again with DMC colours. So I did that, and then I also have been secretly watching and being in awe about another group on Facebook called Peppermint Purple, and they are Blackwork workers. And I've not really done much. Well, I haven't done any black work, but it's so pretty. So pretty, so pretty. So I've been watching them and their posts, and I've got some people on Instagram that are doing it as well. And you know what? Last night I thought, why the hell not? Why the hell not? Just add another whip. Just go for it. And then again, this is another like sale, and you add a new black work every week of the year. Gotta find it. Here it is. And so far, I am going to take the black thread away that I'm working with. So far, I've gridded it out or mapped it out with my Saloba pen, and I'm just putting in the border, the grid, to do the black work on. That's all I've done so far. It's some random 18 count Ada in white and black DMC thread, and it's halfway done, I think, with the Saloba pen, not with the border. I'm not that far. And I started this last night. Last night, after my migraine, after the quiz with Jay, I came into my room, so about 9:30 at night, and went, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Just did a bad thing. I know exactly what I did. If you do TikTok, sorry, that's from TikTok. And I probably sang it completely wrong. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I did it. Anyway, I'm just going to stop because I've got a little bit crazy. I did it. I started it. I don't care. So I've got another whip going on. I've got lots of catching up to do because we're on week 20, or they're on week 20, which is here. So I have a lot of catching up to do to get this ready. But I spent an hour and a half last night and got this far. And it's only Blackwork. It should be quite a quick stitch. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to using some new threads with that one. Oh yeah, new threads, which I have over here ready to go. So the planage is to do the squares and the big square rectangle in these lovely colours here. Ooh. They are absolutely beautiful, and they are mixed colours. I can't think of the special name for these, but yeah, they've got lots of different colours in one shades. So I'm going to do the squares and the long rectangles in these, and then the really long rectangle, which is here, it's going to have like some writing in. It's going to be green. So I'm going to have these poppy green bits coming out of these colours. Oh, beautiful. And then I'm even going to be even more crazy and nutty to myself. And for the writing that I'm going to put in the long bits that are going to have these messages, I'm going to use metallic. Oh yeah, metallic. And that's E317. Oh, the camera's over here. SJ, silly girl. So that's what I'm going to be using for the writing, because I like to, you know, cause myself pain. So I started this. Six whips now. What have I done to myself? 6 whips. And I still have like plans for like loads. And like these aren't even quick whips. Like these aren't things that are gonna, you know, well, the Blackwork might, you know, come along quickly, and the Steotchalone will come along quickly because that's 7 weeks. But like the Disney blanket, it's going to take ages to do those 14 squares. And the aerial piece has only taken 8 weeks, and we're in lockdown, so that's why. But as soon as we come out of lockdown and I'm going back to work, which I'm not too sure when, I'm going to have hardly any time to do any of these magical projects that I've started. And like I said, I have ideas, and I've given my mum a list for my birthday of things that I'm like, please. But going to concentrate on these and hope that my brain and my hand doesn't go, oh, what about that one? Click, bye, and then start stitching that, and then I'll end up having 31 started projects like everyone else, and I might go a little bit stir crazy because I can't finish them all. But you know, we'll see what happens. I'm going to go now and start stitching on these, and I should do a video about my stash probably another day. But thank you for watching again, and have a wonderful, glorious day, because the weather, the sun has got its hat on, and it's beautiful today. So I'm going to go for a walk as well later, as well as concentrating on more stitching this week. This week's plan is to get pretty much all of the blues done in the Disney piece. Another few columns in the aerial piece to finish the Blackwork border at least. To do Steotchalone, because that's going to drop Saturday, tomorrow. I don't have anything left to do on the Potter piece, so at least the Potter piece is put aside one side until July when that comes out. But I've got lots to do. So, see you later.